Hello, beautiful soul. Today's live Q&A. I'm Angel Lady Terry Marie, and this is Mystical Mornings with me and the crystals. So today it is how do you, or what if you are drawn to a specific crystal and what you are feeling doesn't necessarily match the metaphysical properties. I'm not sure I'm saying that quite the way I mean it, but have you ever felt a crystal's energy in a way that didn't exactly align with its primary intention, its primary energies, its focus, its metaphysical properties? That's okay, because, and we'll get into that in a moment, and the other questions that I am going to be answering. And by the way, if you're here, please say hello, pop that in the comments. If you have any questions about today's topics, the questions, or any other energy, angel, or crystal related questions, pop those in the chat and I'll answer them. This is your time. Well, it's our time together. Okay, so I've got my notes over here. Is it normal to feel a crystal's energy differently than its usual purpose? How to trust your intuition with working with crystals. And if we have time, creating personalized crystal grids for specific intentions, going off intuition and your feeling, your sense of the energy, rather than looking up all the metaphysical properties and making sure you get all the correct crystals. Because the correct crystals may or may not be in alignment with you in this moment, or in that moment you're putting a crystal grid together, or you're focusing on programming a crystal, another topic for another time, those kinds of things. So let's say you want to, you're feeling like you want to use your crystal, you want to unblock yourself or to create a more harmonious vibration. Well, usually the natural choice is rose quartz, anything pink. But what if you are drawn to amethyst? Okay, amethyst is primarily for your crown chakra protection and really getting in tune with your higher self, your inner intuitive self, your guides, the cosmos, and source. So what if when you want to feel more love in your life, you want to be more in alignment with that vibration, what if it is amethyst that comes to you? Or what if it is shungite? Okay, in that moment or moments, what resonates best with you would be the energies of amethyst. And it is not so important to, oh gosh, okay, which one is for the heart chakra? Okay, rose quartz, but I don't have it. Or that one doesn't feel right. Oh gosh, what else? Okay, anything pink. Stop yourself, take a breath, and which crystal in your collection actually you feel drawn to, the one that you feel most connected to in that moment. It could be amethyst, it could be shungite. What else do we have over here? It could be, all these on my desk. It could be smoky, rutile or rutilated smoky quartz, because in that moment, the energies that the rutilated smoky quartz, and don't look up the metaphysical properties, because your conscious mind will go, but it doesn't do this. Oh, but it doesn't do that. But it's for this. Okay. Yes. Right now, this is the one that I'm going to work with. This is the one I'm going to hold. And if you're not at home, which crystal, I would go somewhere, if you're with others, I would go somewhere where you could, go to a restroom or find a corner, a safe corner, where you can just close your eyes for a few minutes, less than 5, maybe 2 or 3, keep it simple, and connect intuitively. Close your eyes. Which crystal out of your collection pops up? Connect energetically. Use your imagination and connect with that crystal. That's the one that's going to help you in that moment. Why? Because whatever energies you think you're feeling is valid. It is true. And yet there might be something underlying or beneath that is actually the trigger or the cause. It's known or unknown, right? We don't always know exactly. Yesterday, look at my lovely eye. And it took me about an hour, or took me a couple hours actually to really figure out what the trigger was. Well, I thought it was this and I thought it was that. And it's like, okay, so yeah, it kind of fit, but it kind of didn't. And what really happened is it was a whole different trigger. And so I had been working with, I don't remember which crystal, but anyway, this is the crystal, whichever one you think of, whichever one you pick up if it's your home, is going to help clear that energy so that you then can feel more love for yourself, the situation, because the energies are either love or they're fear, no matter what names you have. Love, harmony, compassion, empathy, happiness, joy, fear, lack, limitation, anxiety, stress, those kinds of things. Whatever labels or right, subcategories, if you will, love or fear. When we are in the fear, for whatever reason, it clogs up everything. It just does. And when we're in that place of, holy, I can't, I won't, this is too stressful, I can't do this anymore, I'm going to quit, whatever it is, it's hard to get to that next step or even just move forward a tiny bit till you can go. So whichever crystal it is that you feel drawn to is the one to help you in that moment. Never mind its metaphysical properties. Your intuition and the crystal's energy, the two of those are connecting together. You and the crystal are connecting together so that you can raise your vibration even a touch to get past that icky feeling, the stuff, right, that is in the way. So, all right, I think that covers that one. And is it normal? Well, it is. I don't know that it would be normal exactly, but it's not so out of the realm of possibilities that it's like you're doing something wrong. You are not. When, before the stupidness is what I call the pandemic. Before the stupidness happened, or right before it got really crazy with all of it and the whole world shut down and all of that mess, I started a journal just for myself to connect with the crystals, each one differently in a conversation. At first it was just my observations and what I was feeling from the crystal, the energies, this and that. And then it became kind of a conversation, like a Q&A. And I went with what I was feeling and what the crystal was willing to share with me for everyone, that I did not purposely did not look up its metaphysical properties because I didn't want my conscious mind to get in the way. When you have 4 or 5 clear quartz clusters, as an example, they're the same and they are not. It's like having a roofer I guess. I don't know. Some specialize in clay tiles, some specialize in metalwork or shingles, or maybe a roofer can do all of those things, but it's still a specialty, right? So it's still 1, 2, 3 different things. And within the tile, there's different kinds of tile. So that gives a different aesthetic. The same with a crystal. If you have more than one of the same kind, each one has its own vibration and it works with you differently. So I'm not sure where I was going with that one, but it is so. My guides and I have a fun time with all these things. So trust your intuition, that feeling, that sense of energy that you are drawn to. Don't second guess yourself. So a shungite is the one, and it is from Russia. It is an incredible protector. EMF, the electromagnetic field, the frequencies from our computers. That's why it's like right here next to my laptop. Grounding and protection. Well, if you're wanting to feel more compassion, if you're wanting to feel more harmony, or even feel grounded to let go of some stress, and shungite is what's attracting you, or you are attracted to it, go with it, because the energies, the vibrations of your shungite are what's going to help you in that moment. Now, you could go to a different crystal after that. Now, how long do you work with one when you are unsure, or not unsure, when you are working with something, amethyst or the rutile, smoky quartz, until it feels time to stop. Now, maybe that's by your bedside table, These are definitely not going to fit under your pillow, not comfortably, but they can be right next to you on your night table. You can hold them while you're watching your programs. You can hold them while you're just being quiet. And allow their energies to flow through you. How do you do that? In your left hand. Energy comes in through the left and out through the right, even if you're left-handed. So you can, if the piece is big enough, put it in both of your hands. So the energy from the crystal, mineral, or stone comes in through the left, circulates through your body, out through your right, passes then back through the piece that you're holding, and cycles through. That's what I call a crystal energy transfusion. Okay? Now, if you're wanting to create a personal grid for specific intentions, let's say manifestation of prosperity and abundance, that's a really good one, right? Because the more you have, the more you can do, the more freedom you have, and the more good that you can help money do. Okay. So a prosperity and abundance crystal grid, crystal grid. My suggestion is to have, you can use rutile quartz, the smoky quartz, as the centerpiece. You could also use clear quartz. So pick something that has some bulk, some size to it. So, well, it depends on this, how much room you have for your grid, right? Okay. So, all right. So here's a little piece of danbarite. You could have several pieces of danbarite, maybe 4, north, south, east, and west. You can use tumbled stones, of course. Use the ones, doesn't have to be all green or yellow or citrine or any of those kinds of things. It can be a blend. What excites you when you look at it? Which ones are calling you? Are you attracted to in that moment? Those stones are the ones who are going to really help you to bring in the energy to become magnetized and attract more of what you want, more of what you desire. Creating a customized crystal grid for a specific intention. I would write your simple, specific intention on a piece of paper and then fold it up and put it underneath the center stone. And then build out. You can use the sacred geometry grid patterns. You can make your own. You can have a selenite disc in the center so that it clears all the energies from all the other crystals at the same time and keeps it all activated. Let's see, what else can you do? So for prosperity and abundance, I would have several pieces of clear quartz because it magnetizes and magnifies the energy of all the other stones. You can have green, red, orange, blue, pink, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be, it's only this way, it's only that pattern, it's only that intention. It has to be done this way. You can, if you're more comfortable, start off with a recipe or a formula, a system, and then as you become more comfortable with creating crystal grids, you can kind of do your own thing. Thank you for being here, and we'll be back. Have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, or year, amazing, beautiful soul. Namaste.